Hello and hello again. Hi, my high vibers. I'm here with the full moon tarot reading. I'm here to let us know what the energies are saying, what's going on, and what's going on with the collective. So, what advice does Spirit have for us? And I'm going to start with the runes. These little crystals here are part of the giveaway tonight. These are those kyanite crystals. This one is full of those cute little tiny ones. These are great for spell work, little necklaces, adding to rings. And these ones here have little tiny shards of quartz and kyanite in them as well. I also have bigger little packages that go with each. So the one that comes with this package, well, you'll see tonight on the live. So see you there. I should be on about, I figured 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looking forward to seeing you there for last minute entries into the contest for I'm giving away 3 personal tarot readings and 3 crystal kits. And I might possibly have some exciting news for all the High Vibe tribe. So I'm looking forward to this. So, again, let's begin on messages from Spirit. And we're going to start with the runes. Spirit, what do you have to say for the collective? What advice, what messages do you have? One more. The 3 runes that have been drawn. I always like to read these personally because they're so in depth. These healing runes are by Ralph H. Bloom and Susan Logan. I've had these runes for many years. And the first one Spirit's asking us is to bring in humor in our lives. This will be the only ones that I'll be reading. Are the runes. Drawing the rune humor is always an encouraging sign, for humor is really 3 runes in one: an invitation, a bit of advice, and a blessing. If you find yourself in the middle of a difficult situation which threatens to overwhelm you, take time out to see the humor in it all. That's the invitation. The advice goes on something like this: pushing yourself too hard, doing too much for others, break the pattern, have a giggle, lighten up. And always remember, humor is the mildest detergent of them all. Since it is said that God's favorite music is laughter, know that each time you laugh, your laughter is a gift to God. That is a blessing. If you're now just recovering your sense of humor, this rune congratulates you. If, on the other hand, you are convinced that your humor has gone, the oracle is saying, no need to worry. It will return as soon as you heal. For humor is healing's handmaiden. Humor springs from the rune of flow. Flow of the softest, most feminine of the older runes. Calling it does for contacting your intuitive wisdom and attuning to your own rhythms. If you are out of harmony with your healing, this rune is saying, humor will help you resolve the balance. It is on the road to healing that we recover our sense of humor and learn to apply the salve of laughter to old wounds. Good humor is indeed good medicine. The ability to laugh at oneself is always a healthy sign. Laughter delights the soul and brings joy to the heart. It adds flavor to gratitude, lessens the burdens of our mistakes, turns enemies into friends, dissolves fear, and in doing so, encourages love. The ancients equated laughter with wisdom and with heaven's will. It has been well and truly said that the day most wholly lost is the day which we do not laugh. Humor and laughter are the hallmarks of our humanness. I just love that. I was receiving so much information as I was reading. So I apologize if I was stuttering a bit. But oh my goodness, like, it's been a powerhouse of energy for me in the last 48 hours. Yesterday, actually the day before yesterday, I took a spiritual retreat from everything online, everything, and it was worth it. Um, Spirit is showing me the sense of there is a very high rise of the feminine energy right now. So this rune doesn't surprise me at all for the collective. Um, the Pleiadian sisters are about this full moon eclipse. There are a lot of changes coming within. If you notice, there's a lot of readers saying the divine masculine is giving in to the divine feminine and allowing the feminine to come again. And this doesn't mean like, women against men. It just means that there's going to be a softer side in the masculine. And in the feminine, we're going to be able to stand in our power, which has been a long time coming. Our next rune here is boundaries. Oops, I have it backwards, sorry. Boundaries. Oh goodness. Spirit's got lots to say. So Spirit wants us to have some laughter, but it sounds like some healthy boundaries. Respect and protection for your feelings, your health, and your well-being are almost always at issue when you receive the rune of boundaries. Calling it does for drawing lines and setting limits. This rune announces the time has come to provide yourself with healthy, appropriate boundaries within which you can heal. Perhaps the challenge you're now facing requires the courage to say no to something that no longer has a place in your life. Boundaries and walls are very different things, and as you decide to what accept and what you reject, you will learn to live feeling protected and yet free of the walls. I don't know why, but I looked down at the time, it's 12:12. That's for somebody. Drawing this rune can be an affirmation. Setting appropriate limits creates freedom. Cherish your ability to do this. Wow. Okay, so now I just had a little fruit fly literally land on the book right beside the words. So that's again another message for somebody. And fruit flies and flies are known for working on a time limit. So I feel like somebody's feeling like they have a time limit on something. Please don't feel that you have a time limit and that you have more than enough time. Spirit really nudged for that one. So I apologize for in between reading. Let's start with drawing this rune can be an affirmation of setting appropriate limits to create freedom. Cherish your ability to do this, since good boundaries are essential to developing healthy feelings about yourself. In the circle of runes, healthy boundaries always bears witness to the fact that someone has courageously undertaken the journey from denial to honesty. When we were younger, the word boundary meant limitation. With the maturity of time, we can recognize that good boundaries create safe harbors in which to change, to heal, and to grow. Receiving this rune is a reminder to run a reality check. Are there boundaries you have established being recognized and respected? On the other hand, are you being sensitive and respecting the boundaries of those you love and with whom you work? Your family, your friends, your colleagues, and especially your children. Like well-tended gardens, set boundaries need attention and care, for without well-maintained boundaries, there can be no safe passage to a new life. Let it be said this way: family values crumble and fall away without the support of healthy boundaries. In their absence, our ability to teach our children to respect us and each other is weakened. Good boundaries provide a shade tree, a learning tree, under which our children and our children's children will gather the knowledge that they will then pass on to future generations. Wow. I'm still because as I'm giving a reading for the collective, I'm taking the reading in too, because I'm part of the collective. And I'm just thinking to myself, wow, that's really good. I would really like to establish healthy boundaries for this channel so that there is no there's no attack. I want people to feel very safe on this channel. It's safe to speak their mind without somebody else putting them down for it. That's not what this channel is about. This channel is about being able to speak what's in your heart and to speak it honestly whether it's for transformation or to be witnessed, to be validated, whatever the case, it is in a positive boundary that I wish to keep in this space. It's very important. Now the last one here is surrender. And this is on page 111. So Spirit's definitely asking us to keep humor in our life, to make sure that we have some healthy boundaries, and then to check in with ourselves on those healthy boundaries. And now it's about surrendering. Let's see what the book has to say about surrendering. Page 111. Oh my god. I almost thought my statue. See? 111. Surrender. It is through surrender that we come to recognize a force of greater than ourselves, a limitless power that is available to us, a power that heals. Surrender is the highest form of consciousness, contact with the divine. Almost all the world's great religion and spiritual paths practice some form of surrender. Drawing this rune is an invitation to turn your will and your life over to God. When I say God, please know that I'm reading it from the book. I wanted to make mention of that earlier because some people call it spirit, some people say the universe. I want you to know whatever feels right for you is right for you. And, setting those healthy boundaries, I just really want to reaffirm that it is okay for how you connect to the divine. It doesn't have to resonate with the word God. It's whatever feels right for you. Not so long ago, surrender meant defeat and brought with it shame and dishonor. On the healing journey, surrender means releasing control, for in doing so, we acknowledge our readiness to heal. Receiving this rune is asking you to let go of your need to control the present situation or release any past experience that continues to trouble you. For some reason, this rune encourages you to surrender the feelings of being alone or abandoned by embracing your fears and moving through them hand in hand with the divine. If you're facing critical illness, a life crisis, or if for a moment finally has come to stop fighting with yourself, be grateful and practice surrender. And if you do nothing else, let go and let God. For many of us, this oft repeats phrase has already provided a safe passage to the new way of life. If you sing these words for the first time, let them mark a new beginning for your healing. The true power of surrender always changes our lives. Since this rune has come to you this day, you can pray or affirm, I surrender my will to the greater will, the will of the divine. I will to will thy will. I'm going to repeat that one more time. I surrender my will to the greater will, the will of the divine. I will to will thy will. That was pretty powerful runes. Wow. Right underneath the seeds and the tree. Fantastic. And those are the healing runes. So Spirit's asked us, once again, to keep humor in our lives. That it's good medicine. And that it makes the universe smile. And smile back on you. Be sure to keep your boundaries healthy with you and with others. And surrender. Surrender to whatever situation it is and give it up to the divine. Let's see what the earth magic cards have to say. Ooh, okay, Spirit. You're on a roll. Woo! Let the messages flow through me to those who need. DNA karma. Oh my goodness. Right away popped out for me. As soon as that card popped out, I heard there are structural changes happening. As a collective, this is a grand shift. We have been preparing for this, and our DNA and our karmic ties are releasing. We are opening up. We are allowing ourselves to be free. And this is the time of the wise ones. I've been waiting a lot of years for this full moon and this eclipse. Oh my gosh, so many years. And I can hear it, like, there's so much going on. Oh my gosh, like, I like, it's like a tidal wave. It's not even like, it's not anxiety for me. It almost feels like an anxiety, because anxiety and excitement is kind of almost the same. But it's an excitement. Like, there's a lot of energies that are excited in the universe about this time and about this eclipse. This is like massive shifting. The energies are going to be coming to play. I've heard even things like the Pleiadians are going to be visible to some people, so it's not just going to be channeled anymore. They're going to physically show up. Like, our dimensions have completely shifted and changed, and it's like they're coming in on all these light codes now, and all these interdimensional beings are coming, and some people are leaving. And the hugest change is, it's been prophesied that a great healing woman will pass in rebirth. The translation is so loose, and as with every religion or prophecy, there's always hearsay. So some people believe that there's the female version of Christ on earth right now that's going to pass and come back. There's another theory going on about the rise of the wise ones, the rise of the feminine, and Hecate is coming through to bring through all her daughters. It's very similar with the Pleiadians. The feminine energy is on the rise. The shift has happened. Hopi prophecy, the rise of the feminine began in 2014 with the treetops had passed in Turtle Island, so it was time for us as feminine energy to rise, the women, and I took part in that movement, and we believe that it's come to this point, that this shift has happened, and it's happening like in a great sense. So it's like, this is like the climax of it, and for the next 100 days into the new year, we're shifting into like this landslide of sliding right into the new ways. There's going to be great cosmic changes. There's going to be great awakenings with people that are going to surprise you. It's already been happening in the last 6 months. I've been witnessing and bear witnessing to it. People are starting to open up. They're starting to make acknowledgement to the land. They're starting to understand that trees, plants, birds, beings are all part of this. And they're noticing us. And the only time that we notice them is when we notice them and when we feel like it. But birds, plants, trees, all of them, they're always noticing us when we walk by. And it's a big part of our movement to let people know that we're part of nature, and our DNA is changing. And we're coming back to being connected, because we've had such a great unconnect. And lastly but not least, Spirit's really poking at me about this one as I'm shuffling, is the Lemurian theory and hypotheses, is that we are now shifted into Atlantean time again, the Lemurian time, and the Atlanteans, the Lemurians, the Pleiadians will all be rising, and along with that, the feminine energy. So the consistent in prophecies is definitely the raising of feminine energy to the earth, to the planets. I do believe that that is true. I sense it and feel it. I'm witnessing it, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm showing up. In fact, I've reached out recently to see if I can heal some of my what I would call my witch wounds, my wise wounds. I have a hard time using the term witch, because it just has such a negative energy to it, and I've had such negative impact in my life because of it. So these are the cards that have come out. So this is a time that the universe is asking us to have great strength And there's some ancient healing wisdom in this. And it was funny because that's what I was talking about. So I'm going to pull one more card because I'm hoping I didn't interfere in the reading. I don't think I did. I don't feel like I did. I felt like that was something that was needed to be said because I'm not the only one that's suffering with these wounds. See, even when I say witch, I feel like, I was just discussing God and angels and stuff, and people go, well, you're a witch. How can you discuss that? And just because I'm a wise one doesn't mean that I'm away from the divine. So, and that's kind of coming out now, more so, and I'm so grateful to this younger generation for being so strong, and standing up and speaking and being so bold, where in my generation it was starting to come out, but I wore a lot of lash for being an alternative practitioner is what I would call myself. So Spirit is continuing on here, and we're laughing. Here's the humor. Here we go. Saying that music is such an important part of this, that if you are feeling that your strength is weakening, to picture yourself as a solid mountain. Go into yourself and say, I am the mountain. You are the strength of the mountain, and you have the strength to move the mountain. You have that ancient healing wisdom within you. And those codes are coming into play. And that's what this eclipse is about. You're going to start noticing changes. Some may be like rapid fast, some might be a little bit slower, some might seem to be huge, and some might seem to be docile. It depends on where you are in your journey. Now, with this last deck, these are... Get this out in a second. Put these on the bottom. Yes, this next one's going to be on the top. So 2 cards for the top. One for masculine, one for feminine energy, and that will be combined. Okay. So these next cards are the DNA coding for the Arcturian Council. This is for the Arcturians are the ones that are, I guess you could say, the board of the board. They're the council of everything in the dimensions of space. They rule over all the starseeds. Well, not rule over. That was a wrong word to say. Not rule over. The starseeds are guided by the Arcturian Council. So anyone that resonates as a starseed, which that's what my channel's all about, is the starseeds. There we go. There's the one. The starseeds and what it's all about. Oh, okay. Pulled out 2. Isn't that interesting? Looks like feminine and masculine energy. Sorry, Spirit's actually has to pull the 3rd one. I'm like, okay. Oh, okay. I'm listening as I'm going on here. So please take a moment and allow these to resonate with you. You can maybe feel drawn to 1, 2, or all 3 of them. I can feel energy shifting. Alright, no second guessing. Those who picked number 1, there's an abundance of energy, there's abundance of everything that you need for health, wealth, well-being, your soul mission, all of it. Spirit keeps telling me, stop having those doubts. It's there. Abundance is not just monetary form. Wow, that was kind of real good. They came right out. I think I'm going to be channeling tonight. I had dreams last night that I'll be channeling, so I'm going to make sure I take care of my stuff and then before I start channeling. So those who picked number 1, There we go. Abundance. With the citron. That's neat. Allow that to resonate with you. Once you pick group 2, wisdom. There's some wisdom heading your way. That's going to give you clarity. I even heard abundance, peace of mind, and so much more. Wisdom of what you want. Ooh. Oh wow, I got a really cold shiver on that one. That was kind of cool. Wow. Oh shit, mamas. That was some heavy duty energy. Some people are going to be getting some deep wisdoms. Wow. Pretty amazing. Oh, my nose is itchy on this last one. I know that's meant for somebody. And mostly picked for the 3rd pile. More confidence. Confidence in your endeavors. I really feel like some people pick more than one, and that's okay. Allow these to resonate with you. What I will do is I will do a meditation video with these 3 DNA codes. I'll do, I don't know, I'm hearing 5 minutes for change, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, so 5 minutes. I don't know if I'll have time today, but I will work on it. But definitely within the next few days, over the weekend, I can bang out a couple of these meditations, no problem. I just channeled them through, and with the energy the way it's been such beautiful energy to channel. It's just clear, like, I barely had, like, I normally have, like, a routine to go into channel, and, I don't know if it's because I've been channeling more often over the years, that I just can, like, click into it quicker now, but I just feel like the rush and the clarity of the messages I'm getting are way faster, way clearer. It could be because of all the work I've done, who knows, I mean, it's a whole bunch of everything. I'm just grateful for it, because I love when the messages just fall out, and I don't worry about it. There's one last thing that Spirit was nudging me, is when I was doing the runes, Spirit really wanted me to put red cedar into the runes. Now, red cedar is a very healing tree. You can be around it, and when you're smelling the cedar, it increases your NK cell activity in your body. Being a nature and forest therapy guide, I know that those phytons, those phytoncides, the chemicals in the air, will help decrease the chances of cancer. Up to 40%, there's a good preventatives. It also helps you feel good, makes you feel better, and allows you to focus. Being near conifer trees like pines and cedars and birch, when you're around them, the air is getting these chemicals that allow you to calm, heal, and focus. I really felt like that was really meant for somebody to really sit with the trees. And I'm here at Spirit. Spirit's like, let them know that you're working on your Reiki course. I'm like, okay. I'll let you all know I'm working on my Reiki course. I'm working on a nature Reiki course about connecting with the energy with nature, and healing yourself and others through the Reiki centers. So, I mean, I am Rainbow Winds. So I'm just starting on it, and I was nudged to do that quite a few times from people that I know. They really wanted me to start teaching it again, and I didn't want to teach it in a group setting again, because I want to make sure, you know, keeping everybody safe. So I discovered a way to teach it online, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm just getting it together, and I allow those channels, those downloads to come forward. So I've only done the course introduction and what Reiki is and the history of Reiki, and that's pretty much all I've gotten so far done in my course. So yeah, so it's going to be a couple more weeks, I'm sure, before it gets out there. So thank you very much for all your love and support. Oh, I do have my other course on sale for Nature and Forest Immersion. It's called Nature Immersion for health and benefits. I'll make sure I put the link below. There's a big sale on right now, so you can get like a fraction of the price for the next 30 days. And I did that to make sure that everybody can learn this at a very reasonable price, and you know, I can continue to give back to my community, because that's how I'm sending off these packages for the contest, is with some of the money I have made from my nature and course there online. I haven't made a whole bunch of money, so I made enough to send out these packages, and I'm just reinvesting it back in to my community, because that's exactly what I want to do. I'm not looking to get rich or famous. I'm just looking to help and get the world off to a better place and share what I do know. And as I'm doing that, you know, I'm reaching my dreams, because then I'm growing, right? I love sharing information, and I really enjoy sharing information with my Vibe tribe. So thank you very much, and I am looking so forward to tonight's giveaway and ritual. Oh my gosh, there's been so many things that I want planned. But just to give you a little peek, I'll give you a little peek to the set over there in my living room. It is covered on the there. So I am making some sacred geometry symbols, and I've got the dishes together. I've been saging. I have got incense going. All these plans, and I'm looking forward to it tonight. I have a whole bunch of lemon leaves, so I'm going to be putting people's names on the lemon leaves and sending them off into Niagara Falls. I'll be doing that in a few days, but there's more information to come with that with the live tonight. So I'm looking forward to seeing your lovely, lovely, lovely chats, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for all your emails and responses and support once again. And I have so much love I'm sending to you. Love, 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 love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you feel that? That's my energy. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.